started and figure out our supply list. All right, so we are going to need a few things for this craft today. So the first thing that we're going to need is coffee filters. These coffee filters are the circular ones. So we are going to be using this for our craft, and we're going to be coloring on it. So coffee filters are very important for this craft. The next thing that you're going to need are markers. Washable markers, some that when the ink gets wet, it's going to spread. So you want to make sure that they're washable, regular Crayola markers. We are also going to need a spray bottle. Now, if you don't have a spray bottle at home, that's totally fine. You can use an eyedropper if you have one of those at home, or you can honestly even get some water on your fingers and flick water with your fingers. It just might be a little bit more messy. Another thing we're going to need are clothespins. Again, if you don't have clothespins and you have pipe cleaners at home, you can use a pipe cleaner. However, I don't have any pipe cleaners and I couldn't find any at the store. So I don't have pipe cleaners, but if you have pipe cleaners, that would work just fine. So this can tend to get a little bit messy. So we want to make sure that you are using a cookie sheet or something underneath your coffee filter in order to make sure you keep all the liquid contained. So that's another thing that you're probably going to want to find. All right, after you have all this stuff together, we are ready to get started. So step one of our craft is going to be figuring out the emotions that we've been feeling. Now, it's totally okay if your emotions that you've been feeling aren't exactly the happiest. If you've been feeling sad or angry or lonely, that's okay. I want you to be able to express those things. If you also have been feeling happy, excited, joyful, relaxed, I also want you to write those things down. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your marker and you're going to take your coffee filter and you are going to write on your coffee filter the different emotions that you've been feeling. Now, I would suggest using different colors for each different emotion just so you get more colors on your craft. So, for instance, if I was feeling sad, I would go ahead and write sad. Now, the objective is you're going to fill up your coffee filter with all different emotions you've been feeling during this time. And you want to make sure that you leave pretty much as little white as possible. So after you write down all your emotions, you may need to color in with a marker just to cover up the white spots. All right, so after you are done decorating your coffee filter with all the different emotions that you felt right now, we are going to take our spray bottle and we are lightly going to spray it. Now again, if you don't have a spray bottle, you can use an eyedropper or you can use, you can even just flick water onto it. But you're gonna spray it until it's nice and wet. And then you're gonna leave it, and we're gonna leave it until it dries. If the words on your coffee filter are still visible, you may wanna try picking it up lightly and flipping it because that'll help get those colors all throughout instead of staying in word form. So after this point, we just gotta let it dry and we'll come back and finish our craft. Okay, so after your coffee filter has had some time to dry, hopefully you have a really cool color design. So what we're going to do is we're going to be making the wings of the butterfly. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the coffee filter accordion style. So you're going to make one short fold and then you're going to flip it over and make another. And then flip it back over. And you're going to do this until your coffee filter is totally folded. All right, so when you're done, it should look like this. So then you're going to take your clothespin and you are going to put, it might help if you fold it just a little bit in the middle. You're going to put the coffee filter into the clothespin and then you are going to fluff out the butterfly wings.
Ah ha ha ha. How cool does that look? All right, so at this point we are almost done because that looks like a butterfly. So a couple options for you. If you do have pipe cleaners, you can add little antenna onto the top of your clothespin, or you can do like I'm gonna do and draw a little smile. All right, and there you have your butterfly. So this would be a really cool activity for you to do with everybody in your family. Everybody makes a butterfly and then you can display your butterflies. And the really cool thing about this is looking at your butterfly now, you would have no idea the words and the feelings and the emotions that you wrote on there at the beginning. They all kind of blended together to make this beautiful thing. So I know that during this time we're gonna have really good days and then we're gonna have some not so good days, and that's totally okay. What we need to do is to make sure that we're keeping our eyes on the positive.